Hello, today we have one story with a few updates. Title: Am I the A for considering a breakup after my girlfriend's ex's funeral? Why girlfriend and I have been together for about 4 years. She used to be good friends with her ex, but he made a move on her while we were together, so she stopped talking to him. They had been close for about 10 years, dated in high school, and stayed together through college. They broke up because he didn't want kids. He passed away recently, and my girlfriend was invited to his funeral. I wasn't exactly happy to see her upset over him, but I supported her and went with her to the funeral. That's when things got complicated. At the funeral, she kept saying she wished they had never broken up and that she hadn't loved anyone as much as him. She even made a speech about how they could have been a happy family if things had been different. I kept quiet, even though it was tough. Now that we're back home, she hasn't mentioned any of it. I'm really thinking about leaving, but I'm not sure if she was just saying those things because she was grieving. Update: It's been a really tough few days. My post got way more attention than I thought it would, and it was pretty overwhelming. A week has passed since the funeral, and I've been chatting with friends and reading comments on my last post. To be honest, I've been avoiding talking to my girlfriend about all this because she's been really down. She hasn't been talking much and spends most of her time in bed while I handle things around the house. Whenever I try to talk to her, she just closes up. I've been thinking a lot about our relationship and realized a few things. My girlfriend never seemed as excited or romantic with me as she was with her ex. She hasn't done anything really thoughtful or romantic for me like she did with him. For instance, she's never traveled with me for more than 3 days, whereas she used to travel a lot with her ex, sometimes even for months. It's not that I haven't suggested trips. People have told me to just get over it, saying each relationship is different. They say things like, if she wanted to be with her ex, she would be. I never complained about her going to the funeral. I wasn't happy seeing her mourn someone who tried to get with her while we were together, but I kept quiet. But in the end, I did break up with her. I tried to talk to her about it, but she ignored me at first. Only when I said I was leaving did she respond. I told her how hurt I felt since the funeral, feeling like she'd rather be with her ex than with me, like I was her second choice. She got angry and started yelling, calling me selfish and saying I was making her grief about me. I was too exhausted to argue. My bags were already packed. Now I'm staying with my parents for a bit. Our lease still has a few months to go, so I'm not sure what she plans to do. I'm lost about what to do next. I always thought we'd get married and have kids. But it seems like she wanted someone else all along. Second update. Before the chaos unfolded, I had planned something special for Valentine's Day for my girlfriend, and despite everything, I can't help but think about her. Our friends have been supportive of both of us without taking sides. I explained to them why we broke up, and they understood. Through mutual friends, I learned that she's been struggling. She returned to work after taking 2 weeks off, but she's hardly left the apartment. Neither of us has tried to reach the other, and with our lease expiring next month, I'm unsure of her plans. She could afford the rent alone, but it would be tight. I've been tempted to reach out. Breaking up was hard, but the way we broke up was even harder. It feels like I abandoned her when she needed me the most. If she were mourning anyone else, I would be there for her without hesitation. But knowing she still longs for her ex makes it complicated. Fast forward to about a month and a half later, she reached out unexpectedly. I returned home from work to find her at my parents' place. My mom had let her in and then left to give us privacy. We caught up a bit before I asked her what she wanted. She apologized for her actions and expressed regret about how things ended between us. She admitted that the death of her ex hit her hard, and she didn't mean the things she said at the funeral. I listened quietly, processing everything. She didn't ask to get back together, but wanted to clear the air. I told her that despite her apologies, I couldn't forget her words and actions following the funeral. I said we couldn't be friends and that, while I don't hate her, I needed distance. She understood and left, looking healthier than before. I'm moving out from my parents' place soon and have ensured my name is off the lease at our old apartment, thanks to advice from many of you. I hope that meeting was our last for a long while. Thanks again for all your support and advice during this tough time.